Alright, part 2 of the OpenRCT2 theme park. I did a little bit of planning for how I want this side of the park to be. So obviously, like, this yellow ground paint is pathway. The ice painting here is where I'm gonna put like a big lake. The purple is different buildings I'm gonna have around, and I did try to put like entrances and stuff with the green. I do already know what I want these buildings to be. I was originally gonna have this be like a park gift shop or something, but I also thought it would be kind of cool to have like a theater or something here where I'd place like a 3D cinema inside here, kind of like, I think there's like right when you enter at Dollywood, there's like that big building that I'm pretty sure is a theater. I'm pretty sure that's the Palace Theater. I marked this out when it was still just a gift shop, so the shape of this lake is likely going to change depending on how big this building ends up being. This here is going to be like a restaurant, and I moved the gift shop building over to here, which for the restaurant stuff, I kind of thought it would be cool to like have a couple different restaurants kind of spread out through around the park, where like if this park were to exist in real life, they would be like, I guess, iconic to this park. Once again, taking inspiration from Dollywood here, kind of like how Red's or Granny's is at Dollywood. I think those are pretty iconic to Dollywood. Also the cinnamon bread place, I forget what it's called. I know it's like a mill thing. I don't remember what it's called. It's been a while since I've been to Dollywood. Yeah, also right at the front of the park here, I'm obviously going to have like a little fountain or something here. But I think for this episode, I'm going to primarily focus on this theater building, mostly because the fountain here isn't going to be all too interesting, really. Okay, I think I'm going to try something kind of stupid here, because unfortunately we don't really have any diagonal fences, although this isn't exactly the best either, it looks like. Oh, how am I going to do this? Alright, I'm just going to use this for now and see how it looks. I'm going to have to do some funny stuff with the tile inspector, which actually I might have to change the footpath and have it so that guests can't walk on some of these path pieces, because obviously I currently have the track sitting on top of the footpath, which I could easily do that with like no entry signs and stuff, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Doing stuff with the tile inspector is so tedious, and unfortunately this is just like a small thing. There are much bigger things I'll be doing with the tile inspector later on that are gonna be a lot worse than this. Okay, and I gotta fix the corners here real quick. Why don't I just have triangle pieces of like one of these? It has to be either this or one of the metal ones. That's so annoying. Do I have a better one anywhere? Or am I really gonna have to use like metal pieces or something? I might have to use metal pieces. Okay, I'll just use the metal ones then, that's fine. I'm definitely not like super annoyed about that right now, that I need to use. Did I just not do this right? Oh, it's because it's not. I'm gonna just leave it like this for now, I think. And I need to start setting up the no entry signs so that, oh, why is this being weird? Did I miss this? I did, look at that. Now I'm gonna place no entry signs everywhere so that guests can't walk in these particular places. The way the guests walk around this is gonna be a little odd because of this, but at the very least they won't be clipping through the fence thing with this. Anyways, now time to go through and get rid of all these banners. My favorite part of this whole thing. Alright, there we go. So hopefully guests won't like walk inside this and will actually walk around it. Now I'm not gonna do too much to the fountain right now. I'm just gonna place like one of these in the middle. I'm actually gonna place one of these directly underneath it so I can just see roughly where the middle is. I could do something with these actually. If I like take a piece of path, do that, put that there, and make this all invisible, and then there we go. So now occasionally these will do stuff. I keep saying I'm not going to focus too much in on this darn fountain, but now here I am still working on the fountain. This is the last little bit I'm doing. I'm not doing any more after this, I promise. Maybe. That might actually be a lie, but I'll try my best not to make that a lie. I gotta get to the interesting stuff. Okay, it's fine. Just stop touching it. Stop touching it. It's fine. You can touch it again later. Let's do stuff with the 3D cinema. And then let's have it play. You know, I think everyone would love to watch LAM powered launch coaster poster. That seems like a good movie. And then we'll make the building around this. I'm not going to follow this little thing I set here for myself, I don't think. I also am going to use the invisible thing to make the top of this invisible so I don't have to make the building too tall. And now I gotta actually make the building. I do need this to be pretty big. I probably could actually follow the little plan I already have here and it would work. So I'm gonna try that, and then I'll decide if I think that's good enough for like a theater building from there. Because I don't want this building to be too big, because then it would make the entrance look kind of tiny and terrible. Let's see, what color do I actually want this to be? We could make it like this color, I guess. I don't know. And then obviously we need to get some windows. Put a window there. Put a window there. I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that there's still an outline here for the 3D cinema. That's kind of annoying, and I don't know how I didn't notice that right away. I mean, it really shouldn't cause any issues, I don't think. But again, it's still just kind of annoying that that's a thing. I gotta redo the pathing, and I just realized because I want to put a window here. It's gonna be a very tiny queue, but it's fine. I'm kind of tempted to use these roof pieces, but I also don't want this to be like too different from everything over here. Like obviously I don't want everything looking exactly the same, but I also don't want to make sudden, really jarring changes to the building designs. I don't know. I'm gonna try using these and just see what I think, but I feel like I'm probably not going to want to use these. I am still going to use these pirate walls with this. And I think back here I'm also going to put like a staff-only entrance. I feel like I made this way too big. I feel like I really made this too big, but it's fine. We'll figure something out. I also hate these roofs. I wish I could use the gray ones, but the gray ones don't have like this piece, or I don't even think they have this piece. It's just these. These gray roofs would be so awesome if they weren't terrible. So we're just going to use these again, but I think I'm going to try and mimic this being stone by just making the wood part gray, even though it looks kind of funky. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's going to look great. I would like to use these, but guess they're just going to walk straight through them. But this is the rare instance where I kind of don't care because they look good there. I feel like half of the buildings I make in this game are carried by these stupid wooden fences. Maybe not so much this building, but we'll see what happens. Now, because the actual stage portion stuff would be back here, I can actually start building a roof like this here, and then I think I'm gonna try and do something like this, and maybe one more up. I feel like suddenly having this only 3 blocks here would look kind of weird though, or 3 tiles would look weird. I don't know, maybe I also want to like bring it in on the sides a tiny bit, so then we can have these lighter wood pieces, nope, like this. And I think that should be tall enough. Yeah, I think that should be tall enough. That should be good. It did end up being bigger than the entry building though, unfortunately. By quite a bit as well. It also still looks a little bit dumb right now, but that's just because I haven't put the detailing in. Like, it's all just plain walls at the moment, so it's gonna look dumb. Maybe I should also paint these this color to match the pirate walls a bit better. I didn't think about that thing. Oh, and I did leave them brown here. Alright, we're gonna switch that back then for consistency purposes. And now it's detailing time. I feel like I haven't commentated over this very much. I feel like my commentary has been very boring. But I'm also very tired again for recording this. I need to stop recording when I'm tired. Because the majority of this video is going to be cut down. Like, I've been recording for 30 minutes now, and I feel like I'm only going to get like 5 minutes of actual usable video out of this, because I haven't been talking very much, and the little bit of talking I have done has been just me mumbling about whatever I'm doing at the moment. See, I could use these videos to like just tell random stories and shit, but I don't really have any stories I can talk about though. Like, even though like this video is probably gonna get the words dumb furry slapped in the title somewhere, because I've just been doing that with all my videos recently for some reason. I feel like I can't exactly talk about furry stuff while doing these videos, because that's not what people came here for. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, I need to figure out where the staff path is gonna go. Let's figure that out real quick. I think I'm just gonna have it come off this path or something like that. Although I kind of want to, I don't really know that I want it to go out that far, because then it just kind of looks weird and random. I guess I could do this and then have it connect like that, and take this, make the inside invisible, and throw it down right there. Awesome. And then yet another no entry sign. There's almost 30 banners in this park already, and none of them are visible. I also need to alter this footpath a little bit, which thankfully is easy. Alright, back to doing stuff with the building here. Yeah, I guess going back on what I said earlier about the whole furry thing and putting dumb furry in the title of like all of my videos recently somewhere, part of me really wants to stop doing that, but at the same time, like, I think I've talked about this a little bit in another video where like I was starting to do that specifically because I didn't want people like showing up to my channel because I played, for example, Roller Coaster Tycoon, and then they go onto my channel expecting more Roller Coaster Tycoon, and they get the ultra cursed furry IRL shit I do, and other furry things to come on the channel eventually when I have the money for it. So I don't know. One day maybe I'll just get to like a point where it doesn't matter anymore, but we'll see. I think I used different windows on accident for some of these. Like the actual texture around the windows is different, which I guess is not like a super big deal. Actually, maybe I should put these poles on the inside. That might make a bit more sense for there. Oh, I might actually put another set of posts here, and then, oh great, it's hard to see because I have the thing in the way and I can't see the tile below, so I have no clue where exactly this is actually being placed. That looks like it's floating. Should that actually be up here? I feel like maybe it should be there. There you go. We'll obviously do that on both sides. Oh my god, I want to get rid of the thing there because I don't think these are going in the right spot at all. But they are in the right spot. I don't see them floating in the other angle, so I'm going to assume it's okay. I feel like I always underestimate how big these buildings end up being, because when I had it just laying as a few colors on the floor, I was worried this thing would be tiny, but it's ended up being quite large. Can I do this? How does this work? Oh, that does work. Why have I not been doing that the whole time? Why have I been trying to, like, click the tile underneath? That clearly just doesn't work. That is so much better. I feel like maybe I should also... What? I realized I made a mistake in placing a second one, and my reaction was to place a third one. What the f... I don't even think I'm gonna bother trying to put poles on this side. It's gonna be way too annoying of a task. So I think that's the building just about done. I still need to do the these floor pieces, but I think that'll be this building just about done then. Obviously I still need to do some stuff around the outside of it. So I think here we're gonna place some of these. Under this dirt path we're gonna do dirt like this. Why did I place it here? I just realized there was no reason for me to do that. Okay. Am I actually able to get the floor piece? Oh, I can get the base block. Nice. Okay, let me just get this. Make it brown. There. I guess I'll also put these fences there. Place some, like, flowers and stuff in these. Alright, there we go. I'm not gonna mess with this side of it too much until after I've built up this lake, but I think I'm gonna cut it off like more around here-ish, like that. Now obviously this isn't gonna be the exact shape of the lake. It'll end up changing as I go, and I might move it back away from the path a little bit more than just 2 tiles. I think 3 tiles at minimum would be good. I might also do a little bit more with this fountain thing off camera, because obviously just having this isn't really the best. I don't know, I think the biggest issue is that the, whatever this is, what is it called? The jumping fountains don't go off more often. Like if it was like a consistently going thing, it would be fine. Oh, I forgot to do the thing in these windows, whatever. I'll do that later. But if these jumping fountains were a bit more like constantly running, it would probably be fine, but obviously they're not. I'm also thinking, what if I make this track brown? Would that make more sense? Or would it look better? Maybe. I'm not sure. Because I feel like when it's gray it blends in with the path too much, but when it's brown now it just kind of looks weird because I used metal track to make that. I'm not gonna build the restaurant and the gift shop this episode just because this building took a bit longer than I had anticipated. I've already been recording for about an hour, and I'm way too tired to be recording this episode right now anyways.